Hello and welcome to part 83. In this video, we will see what is ThreadStart and what is parameterized ThreadStart. What we have done till now, if we have a method that is taking a lot of time, we can execute that method as part of a separate thread. Instead of executing it on main thread, we can move that method to a new thread. If we have a method download file that is taking 10 seconds to complete, and once the program execution is completed, we are printing main thread completed. And if I execute my download file method like this and run my program, you can see here my program is waiting and it is not getting completed. It will wait for 10 seconds, means main thread will be blocked for 10 seconds, and then only we will see the message main thread completed. To avoid this blocking, we moved our code to a new thread. Right, so instead of directly executing download file, we created a new thread and we executed the thread one dot start to start the thread. Okay, now instead of invoking it here, I can remove it here, and if I run my program now, you can see immediately I will see main thread completed. We are not waiting for download file to complete. So this was the whole idea, to use threads. Right, so when you are running a program, every program will use at least one thread to complete, right? That is called as main thread. Suppose you have big operation to complete, right? Let's say you're downloading a file. So instead of downloading that file in this thread, main thread, what we are doing, we are creating a new thread using our main thread, and we are passing that execution to that new thread so that our main thread can execute smoothly. So now let's understand what is thread start. If you notice here, what is the constructor of thread is taking, you can see here it expects a thread start object. You can see what is thread start. If you click on here, you can see thread start is a delegate. So what is happening at the back end, whenever we are passing a method name here, it is creating a delegate of thread start type and passing it here. That is done automatically by .NET runtime. What you can do, right, you can even create a thread start delegate object, and in this we can pass our download file, and now we can pass our thread start like this. And if we run the program, you will notice program will execute normally without any issue as before. So this is what is happening at the background when we are directly passing the download file method. But we can also create a thread start delegate like this, and we can pass the thread start delegate while creating a new thread like this. And we already know delegates are nothing but type safe function pointers. So let's see what is the type of this thread delegate. If you see, this is a delegate, right? And if I open this delegate, you can notice here this will be of void type, right? It will return a void and it is not expecting any parameter, right? And if I open my program here, my method is also void and it is not expecting any parameter. That's why we are able to execute download file using thread start. But let's suppose I change my return type from void to integer, and let's return any number from here. You will notice we will get the compilation error. If you read the compilation error here, you can see demo.download file has wrong return type, because it is expecting a method that is having a void return type. That's why we cannot use thread start in this case. Even if I pass my method directly, this will also give me the error, right? Because it can only take a method that is having the return type as void and that is not expecting any parameter. Now let's change it to void and add some parameter here. Let's say I want to save this thread based on the input that is coming to this method. So instead of hardcoding this 10,000 here, I will take a sleep time parameter and pass that sleep time here like this. Now I can remove this return one here. If you notice, we are still getting the error here because we are not passing any parameter to this method. So we need to create a delegate instance, parameterized thread start. Let's call it PTS equal to new parameterized thread start, and within this we can pass our download file. If you pass the method like this, you will notice we are getting the compilation error because parameter thread start is also a delegate which expects a parameter of object type. If I go to the definition of it, it expects a parameter of object type, right? So to resolve this, what we can do, instead of using the integer here, I can change it to object, right? Now you notice there is no compilation error at this line, but now we are getting a compilation error here. So let's remove this and pass the parameter thread start delegate here. Now you notice the compilation error is gone, but we haven't passed the integer that is required here, right? So we can pass it when we are starting the thread. So let's pass 5 seconds here, I mean 5000 milliseconds. If you notice, we are getting the error here because now we are passing an object, but dot sleep will only receive integer. So we need to convert this object to an integer. Let's say time equal to int dot pass. So we'll pass the object to integer type, and then we are passing it to the thread dot sleep time here. Okay. Now let's run the program. You can notice we are waiting for 5 seconds, and after 5 seconds program will terminate, right? So guys, this is how you can use thread start and parameterized thread start delegates when using threads. Parameterized thread start can be used to pass parameters to threads, right? Like this, we have passed this 5000 parameter to our thread so that the thread can utilize this parameter and use it inside the logic. As you can see, this is not a pretty way to pass parameters to a method because we are passing it as an object and then we are passing it. This is not providing us the type safety because I can pass any data type here. I can pass some XYZ also here and it will not give us the compilation error. If I build my program, you will notice build will succeed and we are not getting any compilation error. But if I run my program, we will get a runtime error because we cannot convert string to an integer. So to resolve this error, in the next video we will see how we can have type safety also and how we can pass the parameters to threads.